Hi all, welcome back to yet another weekly Epic Haunts podcast. Still only two of us because a billionaire Gaz is too busy jet setting off around the world in his private jet. He pretends he goes to work, but I know he's lying. And obviously I still couldn't do this on my own. So I've got the man, the myth, the legend, drinking the drink I can't stand.
Well, I got
it. And now you've heard his voice. It is Simon himself. Simon, how you doing, mate?
I'm not doing too bad, but I'm not doing too bad. Turn the volume up a little bit.
Very good. I'm okay. People, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see I'm wearing a Chelsea shirt. And if you know, Chelsea just got smashed in Orlando by Arsenal 4-0. Very, very embarrassing. But also, the Chelsea players, this is why I'm not happy with the result. In the morning, we're at Orlando's Universal Studios. Universal Orlando, Florida. Universal Studios Orlando. I don't know what it is. We'll ask John himself. He'll know. Anyway, there's not really much news yet. Again, Halloween Horror Nights just did a quick teaser gift, didn't they? What I presume is a weekend. And Simon's having a drink.
Blinding Lights. Yeah, so it'd be something to do with a song for Blinding Lights.
I just hope the announcement comes out this week because, as I've said, I'm a bit disheartened by their whole team lately. I just think if they think a gift's really great, I was excited for about 2.3 seconds, and then I was like, meh.
Well, they did it with the last one. Well, the last one gave you a bit more of information-ish because we all knew what was coming, and we know what's coming with this one. So anyone who thinks it's Stranger Things, go and give your head a wobble. It's not Stranger Things.
So I was upset with everyone who thinks that. You can tell.
The thing is, it's not that we're all in the community. We all know, but some people just won't let Stranger Things go.
I don't blame them.
I know. I would. It's not happening. It's just not going to be there. It's unfortunate, but we've just got to move on. And
yeah, Netflix. And if you'd like to do all your horror stuff and that, and make your own horror event, I'll tell you what. There's a lovely country called England. We'd have it over here every year. Netflix horror. Simple. Sorry, America, you've got everything else. Let us have something amazing. All right. Anyway, so as we said, there's not really much news, so we are gonna move straight into, I believe it's called Howl-O-Screams, isn't it? Mm-hmm. They did make an announcement.
Survive me, sirens, matey. I dare ye.
And we haven't gone to Twitter because I remembered quickly that Twitter is stupid and the videos just play halfway through, the volume turns on, and everything annoying you can think of. That is Twitter for you. But good old Simon, he's got the actual website up of here. Yeah. It's a video here.
If I go into the information, it does come up, but there's not really much in the video. It's just capturing videos from before. But the two new announcements are there on the screen if you're looking at it. We have Sea of Fear, and it's new, not reimagined, something different. They're going, is this a show?
Oh no, Sea of Fear is a scare zone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a scare zone. Yeah,
I'm getting the two mixed up there.
Yeah, so you've got the growing dread. I can't read today. Can't keep you from.
Well, stop. Simon messages me all the time when I do a podcast or something come my own and takes the mickey out of things I do, and then he comes on here and he's just as bad as me.
Yes, but I'm trying to read. I'm not saying names wrong.
Yeah, that's because I'm trying to think them off the top of the head. You've got it right in front of you. That's even worse. Anyway,
these are words I've never actually read in a sequence before.
You lie. You're lying. Get on with it.
You'll finally reach their gathering place, a portal for all the terrors we've only heard whispers of. They're already here, lurking in shadows and crevices, ready to bring you into the fold. It's time to dip your toe in the water. Don't just expect a fright. Don't just what?
Just don't expect a friendly welcome.
Right, yeah, that's the one. So this is a new scare zone. Interesting. They've got. They are going very. I know the pun is always there, and yes, I'm going to say it. It's very seedy for a lot of the announcements, but it is SeaWorld, so it does make sense. And so, what do you think of the Sea of Fear?
Well, obviously, with the video, we would have seen it looks like it's pirates, and it looks like it's things like banshees. I'm guessing coming out to sea and attacking.
Mm-hmm. And we've also, we've also been given a terrifying show, lurking in the deep, an adventure's tale. Let's learn more, shall we?
There's a man.
That's all it says.
You've studied the clues. You heard the haunting song. You've seen the terror emerging. Now get first-hand account from Sam Hudson. Oh my God, why'd you put Hud in? The famed explorer and siren hunter who's been on the trail all along. What hysterical moments will surface? I think that's hysterical. How does he face down the horrors he's never known where an adventure tale might lead? Dun, dun, dun.
So, yeah, we have got a show, I believe. So,
lurking in the depths and adventure tale. Very, very interesting. Now, I heard last year's show was very risque.
Okay.
Yes, there was a lot of stuff. People were like, "Whoa, I can't believe they're doing this."
Yeah. I should get time to do shows, but I'm not a show person. If I can nip in and out, I enjoy them shows. Like what Universal do with Marathon and Mayhem. You can nip in, you can nip out. You don't have to sit there. Because obviously I used to watch Bill and Ted, but since Bill and Ted, the shows, you could always nip in and out, and now you can't because you've got to spend a bit of time. I heard last year Nightmare Fuel was quite a bit of a queue to get in, I believe.
Also had too much fire.
So while we're here, we also got that Icebreaker. Is it Icebreaker in this one?
Yeah, we thought it was going to get announced last time, and it didn't. And we sort of hinted this would be open anyway in the last podcast.
Well, seeing this episode is going to be a little bit shorter. I'll just carry on down on the video. We've still got some clues left, so shall we have a quick gander at these clues and see if we can figure any of them out?
Oh, this is going to be stupid. Okay, let's go.
Number one, it's got like a picture of a lighthouse. They said I was crazy, but I can almost hear it now. It's like an echo of a beautiful song. I haven't got a clue.
Just says sirens to me again, the mermaid type of things in the sea. Yeah. Sirens and that.
Yeah, and then you've got a picture of a house. Means nothing.
I've searched for this dark place so long. Now that I'm here, I want to turn back, but I can't.
That's one of those.
They must have bought a lease for a house.
Yeah. Then there's another one that looks like a barrel. It looks like an old warehouse, but there's evidence of a recent party. This may be where they play. So
I think that's got to be a bar. Yeah, that's a bar all over.
Yeah. Then we've got what looks like a ship. Check out the pool and buffet. Confirmed my suspicions. This is no vacation. Reckon that's a ship house.
Oh,
was it Gold? Simonson Gold Ship or something?
Oh, that'd be pretty cool, though, wouldn't
it? This one is very confusing because I can't tell whether it's a mushroom helmet or something else. I don't know. It's just weird. Well, anyway,
it's meant to look like an army hat, but the markings on it don't make sense.
Why has it got a cloud and stars on it? I just don't get that, but that's what's confusing. But anyway, stumbling into a new realm, and I'm not alone. There's something here hiding in plain sight. Army of the Dead or something, maybe. Then we've got, is that Grim Reaper's thing, or is that a corn? Is it a corn cutter? Because I think we mentioned this on last time we did it. When I discovered the meeting place more convinced than ever they were worshipping is real. I had the Children of Corn vibes with that, but never mind, we won't get to that. And then there's not that many really, but
there's a lot more, but they don't make sense.
yeah, you got another one that looks like seaweed.
It looks like we got a witch one as well. Witchcraft number 14.
Yeah, cooking bones. And yeah, we won't go into them all. We'll say them.
I'm sure people who went last year could probably figure these out quite quickly.
Well, obviously number 24. If you see that on the screen, Mako. We know that one's coming around. So while we're on SeaWorld, we got a question. I put it out to the community earlier on from Joe. I'll put him on Twitter. It's Joe03YC123. He put, just seen your boys are recording. Just wondering if you know if SeaWorld will be doing their old version of Stay on Scream, or do they have to leave the park at close? We may get day tickets if they do. Cheers, lads. And I found this. I did a little bit of research. Didn't take long. It's from Undercover Tourists. If you want to sponsor this podcast, happy days. Free tickets, thank you. SeaWorld Howl-O-Scream is a separate ticketed event that runs on select nights from September the 9th to October the 31st of 2022. The park will close to daytime guests at 7 p.m, but it turns into a place of terror from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays 7 p.m. to midnight on Fridays and Saturdays, and Thursdays and Sundays. Oh, Thursdays and Sundays 7 till 9. Depending on your ticket, you can enter the park as early as 5 p.m. So to me, it's very Disney style. It says you receive a wristband to put on yourself so team members will know that you're there for the event, and they may ask you to show it before entering certain sections of the park.
So that would
say by daytime guests. It's doing what Mickey's Not So Scary does.
Yeah, so you will need a daytime guest ticket first.
Well, unless you're going at 5 with the ticket. That's what I think it's saying there. You may enter the park as early as 5 p.m. If you've got a Howl-O-Scream ticket, you can get in from 5 o'clock. So, a bit like Mickey's Not So Scary. They do the same. You can get in at 4 on your. I
don't think that's very well. I'm just looking at it. I don't think it's been put very well at all. I think that's very vague what they've put, and we've just
but that's the only information. There's no information for SeaWorld anywhere. This is what they've done from last year, and they put it on this year. So I believe other parks do it differently. I think Busch Gardens do it from 6, and they make people leave the park and they put you into certain areas because that's obviously a bigger park as well. So they do have them holding areas.
It does look like as well that it may stop you going certain areas.
Yeah. If you like, it's just the same as Mickey's Not So Scary. Start funneling people out.
Me personally, if you're doing a one-day thing, I'd buy a day ticket, enjoy the park, go out. If you're nearby, if International Drive especially, go back to your hotel for a couple of hours, have a little rest, something to eat, go back in before the event starts, get the head start, be inside the park with a wristband on and go. I think I'd make a day out of it. I think that's what Bonner's doing.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if you can't afford a daytime ticket, you've got the option of going in at 5, which that's a good idea. And it doesn't cost you any more. Like somewhere like Universal, I think if they do release the early ticket from 3 o'clock, is it? I think you can get in for like $25-$30. So, but you'd have to pay for it. So that's really it for the announcements up to now, boys.
That's one announcement. What the hell is going on in the UK? Which Oktoberfest, these 2 houses. They announced that months ago and they're still teasing the exactly same thing.
Yeah, I think it's to push the sale of the tickets. I think the sale on one of the tickets is ending this Friday. I joined their TikTok and there's going to be things there I'm not going to enjoy. I'm not going to lie. They do it very different with their characters. Their characters are more entertainers. And that's not my cup of tea. They go around like making jokes, doing magic tricks, dancing. That's there's a simple solution to that. You just don't stop and carry on walking.
Yeah, so I mean, that's not my cup of tea. But you know, there's people who may like that a lot easier. So maybe that's good.
You'll get a full report from us when we get back in the middle of October.
Quite frankly, Oktoberfest, I live right down the road and I don't understand how I haven't got a press pass when I'm 5 minutes away.
Because you'll still be on holiday on press night, so you can't go.
When's press night?
I can.
When's press night?
1st of October.
I will be back on the 2nd of October. You can have a second press night, especially for Epic Phill. Yep, guys, that's my YouTube as well. Go and check that out. Cheap plug, just like I did on the TF project.
You know something? Be grateful, Americans, that you only have 2 plugs, 2 pin plugs. We have 3 over here.
Yep. And talking about the third plug, we have a new episode of the Epic Florida Project where Donna from America tells us her plan for the first time ever going to Orlando, Florida in September. So go and check that out as well.
And she's
Anyway.
she's not very
Good with haunts.
Yeah, that's all I'll say. Just watch her face and listen to her voice when we start talking about it.
So there is no news whatsoever really coming right now. Hopefully next week we're going to get loads of news from Halloween Horror Nights. I like to think there'd be park tickets news for the fear passes. I say that every week. I like to think there's a house and maybe just even a scare zone would be nice. Just 3. Give us 3 big ones straight away. But because of that, there's not much to talk about. Quickly going to go into this with Simon. The Black Phone. You have finally seen it.
Yes, I have. It was an enjoyable film, and you can see how it was going. I did see some components which I thought would make a good part to a house. There's also a lot of things in there. I'm like, yeah, this is not going to be a good house.
It couldn't make a full house on its own. The Black Phone.
No. The only one effect I would like to see, and it's not much of a spoiler, but is the way the phone rings at certain points. That's all I'll say. I think Phill will understand that, because there's a part of it where the phone can't ring anymore because and it suddenly just starts doing other things.
Yeah.
If they can do that effect, that'd be quite good, but I doubt it. Yeah, the film, I'd give it for a thriller, an 8 out of 10. For a horror film, 5.
I really think they can make a prequel to it, though. I don't think you can make a future one, but I think you can make a prequel because obviously it started with him first as well. That phone.
Yeah. It's like they made it into a horror film, but technically there's only 1 kill that you see.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, 2, yeah. Sorry, it's like 2, but obviously you don't want to see children get killed, but they did it in Halloween 3, so why not?
It's a horror. That's what happens.
A thriller. It's a thriller.
It's a horror thriller.
So yeah, I think it'll do well. I think if they keep, now I've seen it, and they keep Freaky and Black Phone separate, going to one and going to the other, I think it'll work. If they try and mash it together.
Yeah, I see how it goes. I mean, it's getting a bit boring talking about the same houses at Halloween Horror Nights.
Well, we can't really talk much about anything else because there's anything else there. Except we can mention one thing we didn't mention in the last one. We have props in Hollywood.
We do. We do. And we didn't
think Nettlewood Cemetery.
And we're so unprofessional. We didn't think about setting this up on the show so we could screen share.
Yeah, it's not a problem. You keep talking for a second.
Yeah. So we've got a few props. What I found hilarious. That's why I think there's got to be a scare zone announcement coming up this week, because the sheer fact they're putting props out for it, and people are going to start figuring stuff out longer and longer. Because if we haven't got any houses to talk about, we're all going to start trying to figure out what's going on with the props. Now, I am clearly just badgering on because Simon is still looking for the photos. And yeah. It's brilliant, isn't it? But
this is great podcast. This is great content. What are you on about?
I just want to say though, people, I know I've been bashing Halloween Horror Nights the last couple of episodes, but trust me, I am so excited to get back to the premium event. It's not that I'm upset with them taking so long to give announcements this time. It's not that I'm upset with the announcements. I'm just upset there's nothing coming right now. That's it. Simon, have you got it?
Yeah, I'll take you straight over to what I found on Twitter. Here we go.
Fair enough.
So, here we go, guys. So, there we go. We've got that is your entrance into Hollywood. Jay's coming through this, isn't it? I can't tell.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. And then a Nettlewood in Nettlewood Cemetery. So these are all from inside Universal. There's quite a few pictures he's put on recently, actually. So it's more light rigging is going up. There's a lot going on.
Well, we know there's going to be a lot going up.
This is an interesting one that I have seen a lot of people. I'll leave this one on for a split second. Is a lot of things have been added to this section in the tribute store by the team members, not Thingy. and there's a little section supposedly been circled. But whether it's a hint to something else, I'm not too sure.
Very interesting.
Well,
I haven't seen anything about that.
I don't know how to get back off this bit anyway. So I'll just stop sharing that for a second because I don't know why.
Okay.
It seems to be a
So,
bit weird, that one.
Before we go though, another podcast, they put something up. I can't remember who it is now. I feel so bad. But they asked a question about what would you want added to the event, Halloween Horror Nights? And I obviously commented for us, I'd like two things. I'd like the lanyard back for the food and drinks because it's quite expensive. And I think a better model would be smaller portions with the lanyards. Like that, and people like us could then have a lanyard, just go walking around with that. And also I wanted the idea, we had mistletoe, is it Vine Village, whatever it was called, on in City Walk over Christmas. Now I did that, I thought it was really good, had a bit of decorations up, loads of stalls out with food, drinks, merchandise. There's no reason they can't do this for Halloween Horror Nights.
I was HN was it Reply to Fear and Beer, and then it was HN 365.
It's one of them too.
Yeah. Great podcast, by the way, so go and listen to them as well. But I'll just quickly show you the pictures that we originally got that everyone lost their minds over when they didn't know what was coming. These three. These are the first original first original pictures that anyone got. And if you, as you can probably see, his name should be popping up. It's Inside Universal. Go and give them a follow, and don't steal their pictures and try and make them out to be your own. They've had that a little bit recently. So Inside Universal are your guys to find with the latest announcements for Halloween Horror Nights when it comes to photos.
Yeah, so that is pretty much it, people. We haven't got much more to say.
Nope,
that's it. We are praying to the demons this week that there's proper Halloween Horror Nights news, and hopefully then Gaz will be back as well from jet setting to one of his tropical private islands.
Well, if you are watching this, if you've not noticed that things have moved around a little bit behind me, I've now got things on the opposite way because I've now set up like posters are behind me.
Do like them posters.
Yeah. So don't see me work uniform.
Hey.
So, yeah.
But that is pretty much it, guys. So can you give us this video a like on YouTube? Subscribe to Epic Multiverse on YouTube, where you get the TF project and this show, where you get what is not just a podcast, you get to see stuff as well to help you out more to fully understand. Press the bell notification so when new videos drop, you're the first to know. Plus, on all good podcast apps, follow us on them, subscribe to us on them. It's all free, and give us a review if they do us a review. And final for both of them, share to everyone you know, to any Facebook groups, anything. Share away. We're trying to grow our little community, trying to grow our shows. We're new, we're not the big boys, but we like to think a lot of you would like to hear about the UK haunts, and there will be a lot more news of that coming nearer the time because the UK is a bit slower.
Yeah, and if you want to know what we're looking for, look for our Twitter. There it is on the screen. At Epic Haunts. Can't miss it.
It is. From me, hopefully see you in a week again. And from Simon,
stay spooky.
Right, we can untie Gaz now.